Hey, so I know I haven't been on in a while on this channel, and I do a lot of traveling for work, that sort of thing, and I'm up in Cleveland right now working for the symphony up here, and you know, I like to get out when I'm out places and talk to people, mainly at bars, of course. Um, but you get into all kinds of conversations, and lately a lot of it's been political in nature. Just a quick plug before I get into this, though. If anybody ever gets up to Cleveland, check out a little bar called the Barking Spider. That's barking as in a dog, spider. It's just off campus, and it's a really cool little bar owned by a guy named Martin. Really nice guy. Live music there all the time. Really good stuff. Enjoy the place immensely. It's pretty much in the backyard of the hotel I'm staying in up here right now. Actually, this is a vodka cranberry from that bar. I walked across the parking lot just to make this video. I was sitting over there, and there's no smoking inside bars up here, so you gotta step outside. And sat down at this table they've got outside, and there's these guys talking, and the topic of conversation kept coming back to all these people that aren't patriots, all these people that just hate the U.S. of A. that should be kicked out of the country and have their citizenship revoked. Well, and the main reason these people were saying this was that they were talking about people who were criticizing the government, whether it be for Homeland Security shit or the war in Iraq. Just people who criticize the government are not patriots. And this just blows my mind that there are these die-hard redneck type Americans out there that this is what they think, and this isn't the only place I've come across that conversation. It finally built up to the point where I was like, okay, I'm sick of hearing this shit. Let me just lay out the way I see it, and quite a few people before me have seen it this way as well. And I'm going to paraphrase these quotes. So, and I don't remember who some of them are I'm quoting. But the first quote I'd like to bring up, or paraphrase of said quote, is those who would trade their freedoms for security deserve neither. Ben Franklin. Another good one found somewhere in the Constitution is the citizens' not right, but responsibility to remove those in power from the government should they ever not serve the people's needs. And once again, I'm paraphrasing these. Another one is, and I forget who this quote is from, but another one, if I can, I'll find it and add it in the link over there. Is that where it is? Yeah. Okay, sure. A patriot must be ready to defend his country against his government. It seems a very, very simple concept to me that if you are a patriot, if you love your country, it does not matter that the enemy of your country is your government. They are still your enemy. If they are doing things contrary to the will of the people, of the general populace, if they are doing things that are detrimental to the people, the general populace, then these individuals need to be acted against, harshly in some cases. Now, I'm not suggesting that we take up arms and march on Washington, per se, unless they continue to create a more and more fascist environment than they already have. But that's the thing. Where do you draw that line? Where do you draw the line and say, you are no longer acting in my interests, and I have tried repeatedly to tell you to stop? At what point, then, do you look back to the Constitution and say, it is my responsibility to overthrow these people? And like I said, I'm not advocating let's get some guns and go blow stuff up or anything like that. What I'm saying is a true patriot asks these questions. Someone who truly loves their country and wants to see it be a great nation, not just in the eyes of how do we stand as the biggest badass military on the planet, but to the people at home, wants to be the greatest nation. Where do you draw the line? With all this Homeland Security shit that's happening. If any of you are not familiar with Dr. Lemur, check out his channel on YouTube. He's got a pretty interesting story about when he tried to come visit some friends in America. He's an Australian. And his experience with Homeland Security. Total bullshit. It puzzles me that there are these bullheaded people who, if you say word one against the American government, then you're some sort of terrorist. You need to be thrown out the country, because we love America. Well, you know what? I love my country. I ain't real thrilled with my government, and I haven't been for a long time. Okay, now they're never going to do everything I want them to do. Well, mainly because they haven't appointed me king, and I don't see that happening anytime soon. But, I mean, you're going to disagree with your government, but what our government has been doing, shit, in the past decade, easily in the past decade, but especially in the past 8 years, I think you all know who I'm referring to and pointing the finger at, or what group of people I'm pointing the finger at there, is atrocious, is complete and utter bullshit. And this whole notion of this country as the world's police force is a slap in the face to every person in this country who doesn't have health care, who doesn't have access to higher education. And I know there's going to be people coming out of the woodwork going, well, you got to work for that shit, and you can have anything you want in this country if you just fucking work for it, blah, 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 blah. Well, okay, fine. That's great. I still say we should not be spending billions of dollars policing the world when we have people dying and stupid in our own fucking country. Just a thought.